Today we'll show you how to enter an inventory receiver from a supplier into Stansoft. A receiver needs to be entered anytime you need to track your inventory. So from the master menu, we'll go into Inventory, Receive Inventory, select Enter on Add, search for the vendor number, enter the receiver number, profit center number, and date, purchase order number if you wish to enter that. Otherwise, enter. She'll go down into the product row and enter our product. If you know the product number, you can just key it in. Otherwise, Control F to find product. Quantity and the price. Now, tax use group would be pre-populated with a tax use group if you had a use group attached in the accounts payable vendor master file. So if you need to track taxes on your purchases, you would have to have that set up. Here we'll just leave it blank for now. Press Escape to save. And that has been saved. If you need to make any changes to it, you can do Find, enter the receiver number, Escape, and that'll bring it up. And you would select Change if you need to make any changes. Once it's done, we'll just exit. Now that's the first part of receiving inventory. After you get your accounts payable invoice from your vendor, you will go into accounts payable, invoice entry, search for the vendor, invoice number, now you'll select on the ring menu on the top, unit, and that will allow you to attach the inventory receiver we entered previously to this accounts payable invoice. Enter the receiver number. That brings up the detail from the receiver we have already entered. You could change the cost here if the cost was different from what was on the invoice, the accounts payable invoice. Otherwise, escape to save. And you can enter additional receivers if more than one receiver make up the accounts payable invoice. In this case, we only have one, so we'll press escape again to accept. That brings us back to the first screen, and you can see that the invoice gross matches the detail subtotal. If they did not match, it wouldn't allow you to save. You would have to go back into unit or into GL entry to add additional general ledger entries to make up the difference. So we'll select save. And that is saved now. So that is the complete process on entering inventory from your supplier. If you would like to view the inventory, you go into Receiver Report, enter the information in the search criteria, press Escape, enter on View, and this is the receiver. Here we can use the arrow keys to scroll around, and you can see that there's an accounts payable invoice number attached. So that means that that receiver has been paid. And this completes the demonstration on receiving inventory in Stansoft.